Hello, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me, Mary. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. I am back from my vacation. Aruba is a beautiful country. I highly recommend it. Great food, beautiful beach. Oh my goodness. The weather. The weather is top notch. It was 85 degrees and breezy, which means this one was able to hang out on the beach and not sweat to death because I'm sensitive because of my epilepsy medication. I'm sensitive to the heat. So when there's like a really direct sun, really hot, no breeze, uh, like within the first 15 minutes, and on top of that, being in menopause, within the first 15 minutes, I'm like drenched in sweat. In Aruba, no, it was beautiful. The breeze was, oh, I miss it already. But it's back to reality. It snowed on Christmas Eve in New York, a little bit of snow for Christmas. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be producing content here for you guys. This is going to be a doozy. I was only gone for what? 6 days, 5 nights, and so much shit happens in the 90-day world in a mere 6 days. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you, Warrior Mom of Many, my OG moderator, for joining me. Natalie, Shelley, Martha, Merry Christmas. And let's get right into it. So, Natalie is spiraling out of control. And what's up with Liz? So, let's hop right into this. So, first, rest in peace, David Murphey. David, as in David and Lana, he passed away. And really sad. He was, a kind of goofy guy on 90 Day, but off screen, apparently he was a very successful businessman. And this is the statement from his family, from the family of David James Murphey. We are deeply saddened to announce that David Murphey of Las Vegas, Nevada, passed away at home on December 11, 2024, after experiencing health issues over the last several years. He was 66 years old, very young. David was a veteran, a small business owner, and software engineer. He had recently retired from the Clark County Treasurer's Office in Nevada, having also worked for H&R Block and IGT. He was also well known for his time as a cast member on 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. His time on the show allowed him to connect with viewers, see the world, and share his experiences with his thousands of followers on Instagram. He will be deeply missed by his family, friends, and fans. David has survived by his two sisters and his cat, Chimera. We all remember his kitty. The family has asked for privacy during this difficult time. As many knew, David had a fierce love for cats. Yes, we all know that David had a fierce love for cats. He always made an effort to adopt cats and give them a good, loving home. David's choice for adopting was from the Animal Foundation in Las Vegas. For friends and fans who want to help, we ask that you honor his memory by making a donation to the Animal Foundation in his name. So it's so sad. He was so young. And apparently, he's been suffering from medical issues for the past couple of years. Rest in peace, David. His co-star Tyreek posted a tribute to him that was very nice and well written, if I may say so myself. Tyreek said, "Rest in paradise, David. Good dude, my kind of guy. Didn't talk or post insensitively. Very accomplished in business and traveled the world. Unfazed by critics and comments when you went on the show. You inspired me off camera not to concern myself with the internet more than my net worth. Solid advice. I'm sure you're freely traversing universe without the need for an RV. Respect. A very nice tribute by Tariq. So rest in peace, David. I hope you're resting in paradise. And like Tyreek said, going around without the need for an RV. So now, what is going on with Liz? Okay. Well, I was on my vacay and, I was sitting on the beach scrolling through the gram. This popped up. And the caption, I was like, oh, in this last week, I was promoted at work, finished my last round of chemo, and accomplished my first run within the last 6 months. Blessed. And she looks really, really good here. Okay. She ran a mini marathon. Okay. She put up video of her finishing the marathon. But this was the first time that I heard anything about chemo, her being sick, anything like that. I was like, whoa, wait a second. So, a little birdie let me know that apparently her man wasn't there when she really needed him most. Okay, so and let me get into this so you guys could understand exactly what's going on. The dynamic between apparently, allegedly, between Liz and her new man Jason. So, as we all know, Liz and Jason recently celebrated their 1 year anniversary together. Liz recently attended a cancer charity function. Um, I don't know if Jason was with her, but allegedly he wasn't there when she really needed him through chemo, and may have been hanging out with his child's mother instead. Here's a picture of them wearing matching shirts, going to some type of event with their child, allegedly during the time while Liz was going through chemo in Seattle. He's in San Diego hanging out with his baby mama. So now the most, in my opinion, piece of damning, damning evidence, that's what I'm trying to say, is this DM that is between, allegedly, Jason and a woman named Marcella. Now, Liz and Jason started dating in October 2023. Why was he communicating with this woman, Marcella, in December of this year? Okay. So in blue is the woman telling Jason, I feel like I can't breathe without you, but I'm letting you be. It is what it is. And I can't force you to be with me. And I also can't be sorry forever when you've done me wrong as well and don't take accountability. I love you and I miss you, but I have to value myself. I'm a loving person and I'll do it all for you. But if you won't let me, then I just have to walk away. Nothing works forced. And Jason replies to her, you're not forcing me to love you. I do love you. I'm sorry if you feel I'm stringing you along. I thought we were in a good spot these last couple of days, and maybe I'm not moving fast enough to be where we were, and I'm sorry. You were never forcing me, though. I'm really fucking sorry, Marcella. Good night. So, my question for Jason is, if you and Liz started dating exclusively in October of 2023, then why in December you and this woman Marcella are talking about loving each other and taking accountability and blah blah blah? So unfortunately, This wasn't news to me and Mary Pants. Okay. We knew about this from back in January when Liz started soft launching her relationship with Jason. Um, Mac and Cheese May on TikTok have reported about this that Jason may not be such a good partner for Liz after all, allegedly. And Mary Pants and I reported on Mac and Cheese May's video. So unfortunately, this is not a surprise to me or Mary Pants. So Liz deserves much better. Now, as for why she's receiving chemo, because she hasn't come out and said whether it was cancer, what type of cancer it is, exactly what's going on. All she said was she completed her first round of chemo, got a promotion at work, and completed her first marathon in the past 6 months. So your guess is as good as mine. I went to Google. This is from the Mayo Clinic. As you can see, chemotherapy could be, you know, used for treatment for cancer, obviously, but it's also used for other conditions other than cancer, such as bone marrow diseases or immune system disorders, such as lupus or rheumatoid arthritis. So, all we know, Liz could have, God forbid, a bone marrow disease, immune system disorders such as lupus, a really, really, really horrible case of rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, we don't know. I'm not going to speculate. Just all I know is that Liz hasn't come out and actually said what kind of cancer or whether it was cancer or something else. So once I find out more information, or if Liz, comes out publicly to speak on it, I will definitely let you guys know. So Liz has been publicly posting to her story that she now has health insurance after fighting for it for months. She has been going to church, hanging out with her mom, and she's been sick. So she's just been, chilling out, drinking tea. But this cracked me the fuck up. Talk about the shade. Oh, Liz throwing the shade. So here we have Liz advertising Rose's beauty products. That shit cracks me the fuck up. I died laughing when I seen this. So here we go. Both Rose and Liz throwing shade at Ed with, in like one shot. That's what I'm trying to say. So I wish Liz well. I hope whatever she's going through physically, she gets through it. It's done, and she comes out on the other side healthier than ever. I hope if the rumors are true about her man, okay, that she will kick him to the curb because she does not need somebody like that in her life. And like I said, I wish her nothing but the best. Now, moving on, we have Natalie, who is just spiraling out of control. Okay, just spiraling out of control. So she posted this post, which we know she didn't write. Okay, Chat GPT came into the room and wrote this for Natalie because we all know this is not Natalie. Okay, so she posted this with a clip of the show from last week where Julia is telling Sophie about how Natalie was making fun of her ass and talking, about her behind her back. So Natalie writes this: stages of bullying, my last resort experience. Targeting and exclusion. They targeted me without reason, spreading lies and rumors to turn the group against me. False accusations. Julia lied, saying I insulted Sophie behind her back, and Sophie falsely claimed I talked to people that I disliked her. These were baseless accusations to justify their own actions. Sophie and Josh wanted to cover up their own inappropriate behavior at the resort, flirting with each other in front of her husband and me. They made me the scapegoat to deflect blame. Hashtag false accusations, hashtag gaslighting, hashtags provocation. You guys know she did not write this. Point number 3, body shaming and group insults. Josh mocked me with jokes about marks on the bed and bathroom use. The group turned my every move into a running joke to humiliate me. Point number 4, gaslighting and isolation and reinforcement. Josh started calling me crazy, and soon the whole group joined in, reinforcing the idea that I was crazy. They collaborated to isolate me and gaslight me. Point number 5, victimization and emotional harm. Their relentless actions left me excluded, humiliated, and emotionally drained. Yup, all of this is coming in the next episodes. Key question: what kind of person bullies their own partner and turns a couple's retreat into a group attack? Okay, so I'm not a Natalie fan. I'm not a Jasmine fan. I'm not a Sophie fan. And I'm not really a Julia fan either. Okay, let's just put it out there. But I agree that they all kind of ganged up on her, mean girl style. I agree with you, Venus. Okay, that they did kind of gang up on her, mean girl style. But she doesn't help the situation, and we all know that. So, like I said in my last resort recap last night, she needed to redirect her anger from Sophie to Josh, who, deserved her anger, instead of calling Sophie a hooker. Because remember when she thought Mike's mom was calling her a hooker, and the fit that she was having over it. I have a name, but it's not hooker. Okay, so Natalie was being highly hypocritical there in, her taking out her anger on Sophie. But also, you know, Jasmine's a hypocrite herself. Sophie's not innocent either. And Julia is just a shit stirrer. So it's just a perfect mix of fucking drama and entertainment. And this is why I love so far this season of Last Resort. Okay? Because, like I said last night, the only real reason why I watched last season, the first season, was because of Kelly. The whole Kelly and Molly storyline. Okay? And I was already involved with Kelly behind the scenes with the whole Kelly and Cynthia and Molly drama. I was already knee deep in it. So I had to watch Last Resort to see how it turned out. Okay. And I didn't even make it to the commitment ceremony. When Kelly left, I think I lasted 1 or 2 episodes after that and I was done. It's still early in the season, but I mean, with characters like Molly, Jasmine, Natalie, okay, and Sophie and Julia for that part. And of course, we have Stacy. I mean, Stacy is just, entertainment value in herself. So, and Natalie is, going off, okay, and she receives support from St. John's girlfriend, Shauna, who says, "That's why we take the trash out. Can't wait to find you a hot, rich dude who loves to spoil you like you deserve." And then Natalie says, "Thank you. You could tell people much more about Josh." And Shauna replies, "The way I could go on and on. Buddy was even lucky to be in your presence." So then a fan of Natalie says, I have 100% have your back. It was so sad to watch. So Natalie replies. Now, another thing that I noticed, okay, is that this season of Last Resort, as compared to her season on Single Life, her seasons on Single Life, her seasons with Mike on 90 Day Fiance, Natalie is very engaged on her social media and her comments. I've noticed that. Let's go on. So she goes on to say, stay tuned to see how Sophie and Josh try to paint me as crazy while secretly hooking up later. I'm puzzled how Rob managed to complete the USCIS paperwork for her to stay in the US, especially since they're clearly not together and she's been involved with Josh and other older men. So now, this is where Rob enters the chat, okay? And Rob sent me his comment because he commented and suddenly his comment disappeared. He was like, what the hell, Natalie? So, Josh slid into my messages to let me know that Natalie was playing the I don't like this comment, I'm going to delete it game. And this is Rob's comment. Natalie, you need to stop. Sophie and Josh never had a physical relationship, and you know that. Going around lying, saying that they did so you can play victim is trash. You are also making both of us look even dumber. We all went to the resort and wanted the best for our relationships. I don't know why you turned it into a Natalie versus Sophie situation. You need to stop spiraling and get a hold of yourself. I don't play these gossip games, but as long as you're coming for Sophie and you're dragging me into it, I don't like that. I've never had an issue with you personally, so I preferred it to keep it that way. Sophie is not your enemy. Look in the mirror or check your man. Mic drop by Rob. Okay. But Natalie didn't want that comment to be seen, so it vanished. But did you know that she's an empath? Oh, yes, she is. One of her fans says, do something sane. Can we play too? I love games. And Natalie replies, I am an empath and I study psychology, so I won't do no harm. Okay, interesting. So, the reason why I say Natalie is spiraling, okay, not only for her rant, which I do, she does have some valid points, but she doesn't make the situation any better. Now, Natalie is threatening to sue a fellow blogger for defamation of character for posting what she says are unflattering pictures of her. So, according to Natalie, this is harassment. If you guys do not follow 90 Day Fiance underscore Alexa on Instagram, please do. Okay. Um, like she says, she has been told off by Natalie. So Natalie apparently looks like messaged her and said, for you to know, in California, defamation involves making a false statement about someone, publishing it to a third party, acting negligently or intentionally, and causing damage to the person's reputation. Why do you continually speak negatively about me? Perhaps you should take time to learn the truth. First, I look much better than the pictures you have posted. Everyone has unflattering photos, but you intentionally insult me. Cease this harassment or I will report you for defamation of character. Now, this is the post that Natalie says 90 Day Fiance Alexa is harassing her on. It's a repost from Reddit where someone says, looks like someone finally got an acting gig on Family Guy. And like Alexa clarifies, this Family Guy episode is 4 years old. And the character was probably inspired by Natalie because the show is strongly based on pop culture. 4 years ago was her debut with Mike. Her issue should be with Seth MacFarlane. Yes, I agree. Okay, so when Natalie is taking time out to DM bloggers, okay, about what she deems to be intentional, unflattering pictures, I am like, WTF. When we have Natalie herself posting shit like this, okay? She posted the picture of Josh hiding behind Gino while they're all fighting in front of them. And she says, the moment your girlfriend is being attacked, but you're the one who insinuated all this. Fatal traction from Josh. Now, this is a rare, unfiltered, no Botox, natural hair color, unfried hair picture of Natalie. Okay, she was a natural beauty, but honestly, she ruined her looks. She may not give a shit, but in my opinion, she ruined her looks with the Botox and the frying, bleaching of her hair. But hey, that's my opinion. Um, Now, Mike, on the other hand, he's spending Christmas with his girlfriend Sarah. I bet you he is celebrating that he doesn't have to deal with Natalie anymore. Natalie is technically not his problem. They filed for divorce. This is what I could find about it. It looks like that divorce is not final yet. It was filed in 2023. So Mike is celebrating, and once this divorce is finalized, he will celebrate even more. And I'll let you guys know once I find out whether it was finalized or not. I mean, this was the only thing I could find, and it doesn't look like it was finalized yet, but it was filed in 2023. So Josh is hanging out with Chanel West Coast. Okay, he couldn't give a shit that Natalie's spiraling. He just went on the show for a check and for some exposure, and then he got to meet Rob, and then they got to hook up with Jamal, and before we know it, we have the 90-day bad boys. So Josh couldn't give a shit what's going on over in Natalie's world. But he did clarify where the fuck he was for this promo picture. I would like to thank my follower, Alex. Alex, thank you so much for sending me this tea while I was on vacay. He was at the hospital with his son, which makes total sense. Okay, that makes total sense because I know from the first season that they do a photo shoot like right in the middle of filming, like after a couple of days, I think, maybe like the fourth or the fifth day, they do a photo shoot. And I guess that's when Josh went off to be with his son. But what doesn't make sense to me is why they can't just Photoshop him in. Okay? Just saying. So now, Renee, she's still rambling. She's still raging on and on about Chidi and being a scammer. But first, she says that she was the one that fired TLC and Joey and Magda are her replacements. She says, I think our story might have been replaced with the other couple because when we were in Nigeria, I actually fired the team and refused to work with them because they were not letting me do me. But after 2 days, I felt bad that I had dragged everyone over so far. I continued the interview. So I believe that during that time, they started up with the other couple. I mean, they wouldn't let us do anything or talk about anything. It was get their game on the road because time was limited. Here she says, clap your hands if your ex is a liar. She is bashing people who donated to Chidi's GoFundMe. She's still calling him a scammer. She, like I said, she is just rambling on and on and on. And as for Chidi's GoFundMe, it looks like, he raised a little under $5,000 out of his 50K goal. I mean, it wasn't a Michael GoFundMe, but he raised some money. And Renee, apparently, she knows who's going to hell. Oh, yeah. She knows who's going to hell. She is a wackadoodle do. And I really worry about her children and what they see. I mean, because from what we've seen, she's a wackadoodle do. So now moving on, Chidi pays tribute to his sister. They have a really tight bond, and I can see why. Okay, and Renee was never going to be able to deal with it because she would always felt like it was a competition, and it's not a competition. Chidi has a different type of love for his sister than the love, than a romantic love. Love. So, anyway, it's a good thing that they separated. Moving on, marriage problems for Darcey. It looks like there is trouble in paradise for one half of the Silver Twins. Darcey posted while I was on vacay, single era, with this highly filtered picture of herself. And I said, single era? The fuck is she talking about? Last time I checked, she was married to Georgie. So I went to go check Georgie's last post, and it was about a week or so ago. He attended the Influencers Global Awards with Florian and Darcey and Stacy, and he posted the selfie of himself. And Darcey had first wrote in the comments when he first posted it, "Thank you for coming and supporting me and Stacy, looking dapper." Then a few days later, Darcey comments, "So funny, you act like you love me." By the way, this was first reported by Mary Pants on Instagram. I noticed this while I was on vacation. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And then Darcey has been promoting her OnlyFans more and more, which I find very interesting because before her and Georgie were married, she would promote her OnlyFans. And then once they got married, that kind of like died off. And now I've noticed that she's promoting it more and more. So I will let you guys know once I know, more details of what's going on. But from what we could see in the comments, yeah. Florian, on the other hand, I don't see any signs of, drama with him and Stacy besides the forced drama that we have on TV because we both know that we all know that they're both there to collect a check, but at least they're entertaining. Okay. Florian's doing his modeling thing and he pays tribute to his sister who passed away. That's one thing about Florian. He is very family orientated, being old school Albanian and all. So, when he pays tribute to his sister, which is quite often on his social media, is kind of like the, awe type thing. So we have the guys hanging out in New York. Okay, they were in New York like this past week. Florian, Josh, Gino, all getting Joe's Pizza in Times Square. Julia's in front of the Rockefeller Christmas tree. Okay, that all tells me that there's going to be a tell-all for The Last Resort. First season, it was like bare bones. It was like just a show. That's it. Second season, they're going all out. They did this between the sheets thing after the show, and now they're going to be a tell-all because the cast was in New York this past week, and they wouldn't be in New York if they weren't filming a tell-all. So Julia is not in the mood to celebrate the holidays. Okay, she says, as a matter of fact, the only ones that are going to be getting a gift are her doggies. She's feeling a little sick. I believe that, she could also be really sad because she's missing her family. Even though Julia could be annoying AF, hug, okay? It's, makes me sad that she's sad for the holidays. So Gino and Jazzy shenanigans. Oh, geez. Now, Gino, he's been happier than ever. Okay, since he's gotten Jasmine out of his life, he's been happier than ever, meeting fans, taking pictures, doing whatever the fuck he wants, basically. Okay. Uh Jazzy, seen here in a FaceTime call with Julia. From what I understand, word on the street, um, she has moved to Hollywood, Florida. So she is out of the cold Michigan winters that she would complain about so much. So, from what I understand, her and her new boo have laid their foundation in Hollywood, Florida, away from Gino so she could stop harassing him. Um, and like I said earlier, Jasmine's a fucking hypocrite. You know why? Because she got really, really mad at Natalie for calling Sophie a whore. Said, "You're not a girl's girl." She like flipped out on her because of that. But I guess it's okay when filming that she could call a complete stranger who happened to be on a date with Gino in this bar, okay? Um, she could call her a whore. That's okay though. So let me share this in case for those of you guys that haven't seen this yet. Gino and Jasmine are both filming for the Single Life, okay? And apparently they had their paths cross where they were dating in a bar. Gino was on a date with his date, and Jasmine was on a date with her boo Nat. You'll see him in the clip. He's wearing khaki pants and like a Hawaiian type print shirt. Okay, he's standing there looking like a doofus while Jasmine's going ballistic. So, yeah, let me share this with you so we could all see how Jasmine is a hypocrite.
Gino! 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 Gino!
So there you go. Um, like I said, it's okay for Jasmine to call a total stranger a whore, but she flipped the fuck out on Natalie for calling Sophie a whore, a hooker, whatever, a hoe, a slut, whatever word you use, the meaning behind it is the same. So Jazzy's a big hypocrite. Now, Gino, like I don't know, what are you doing here? So as reported by Mary Pants, do you guys remember Jasmine and Blake from a couple of seasons back? Well, they've separated. Jasmine basically is living with a friend in New York. They're trying to see where the relationship's going to go. They're not living together at the moment. They're separated. Jasmine gave a interview to a Finnish paper where she basically said, as reported by Mary Pants, that Gino slid into her DMs to see if she had plans for New Year's. So it's like, okay, Gino, do you have a fetish for a woman named Jasmine? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But if you're wondering what his new love interest Kelly says about this, everything is okay. Her and Gino talked about it. And, Gino was just sending a friendly DM. It seems like maybe Jasmine, this other Jasmine, is trying to, let's say, stay relevant on Gino's, coattails, or just took whatever he said, blew it out of proportion, whatever the case may be. But things are okay. Things are just fine between Kelly and Gino. And they better stay that way, Gino, just saying. So, anyway, moving on, we have Rob and Sophie. Rob doing his thing, Sophie doing her thing with this highly filtered picture. What is up with the filters? Just saying. So now the 90-day therapists, they are loving the exposure they're getting on the show. I think especially Dr. James. Dr. James, I think, is loving this. Okay. So he says on 90 Day, the last resort between the sheets, tensions ran high as Jasmine and Natalie clashed. But the bigger story lies in the power of the group dynamics. When you bring couples with their own significant issues into one space, roles like the scapegoat naturally emerge. Interesting. Adding stress and complexity to the mix. Understanding these dynamics help illuminate the tension and why things can escalate quickly. Watch how it all unfolds and what we can learn from these interactions. We shall see, Dr. James. And Ari, sorry guys, Ari for her part loves Dr. Heidi. Okay, she wants all of us to follow Dr. Heidi. She is no nonsense, kind-hearted. Okay, so I think that these 90-day therapists are enjoying the attention and the ride, just like the cast members do. So now is David throwing shade at Lauren, as in David and Sheila. Okay, David would know some things about being with a woman from the Philippines. Um, he posted on the gram a picture of Lauren and Faith, and his caption said, "What I saw on TV show, and he can change him of life if he go in mission in Las Vegas for free of sleep and food, and he does not need to pay hotel for life. And in mission, they have to help him look for a new job, and he needs to get two job, can't afford to pay for lawyers for her in Philippines. And if he not, that why he is lazy, not get real job, not only TV show, he need pay attention for that." So I think David is saying, okay, that if he was serious, if Lauren was serious about his relationship with Faith and wanted to get Faith over here, okay, that he would find a way, that apparently there's missions in Las Vegas where for you get free food, free hotel, they help you find a job, that if he wanted to, he could really find one of these missions, or work two jobs, work two real jobs, not just depend on this TV bullshit, and gather up the money to get an attorney to get Faith over here, like he has. Okay, I think that's what he's in. He's trying to tell Lauren here. Okay, so it looks like David is like firing the first shot over at Lauren. Like, you're bullshit. You're not serious, because if you were serious, you would be doing A, B, C, and D. I didn't have that on my bingo card for 2024, guys. So Faith actually broke my heart while I was on vacay, because she posted in the middle this story that's all black. If you zoom in all the way in the corner, she writes, "Do I deserve to be loved?" And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Of course you do. I mean, did this asshole make you feel so bad about yourself that you don't think that you deserve to be loved, Faith? So I DM'd her. Yes, you do. Of course you do. And as you can see, she's getting gifts from fans. So I'm hoping that this shows her that people do love her out there. So You do deserve to be loved, Faith. Brian, how many times do I have to tell you, dude? You are not a content creator. Just stop it. Like, seriously, okay? And for someone who was shaming Ingrid for giving grandma kisses, you really relish in your role as a grandfather. Okay? Just saying. So Brian thinks he's a content creator. I think he needs to stop and, step back in his lane and let me show you what I'm talking about. So that's him and his grandchild, his grandson. And it's like, dude, I mean, you try to do all of these cute TikToks. I mean, as you can see here, posting selfies with all these effects. You are not a content creator. Please just stop it already. And we have Ingrid with her son. She is beautiful. Okay. I don't know why she wasted her time on that man. Okay. And it's not because he's in the wheelchair, it's because he's a gaslighting, disgusting, self centered, narcissistic bastard. So, Ingrid's absolutely beautiful. And I wish her nothing but the best. Adnan and Tigerlily. I wish these two would just go away. So first of all, um, Adnan's favorite hobby is fishing. Okay, he gets his clothes from his own business, from his own website. Okay, Niche Concept is Tiger Lily's clothing business that he is a part of now. Um, let's see. His goal for 2025 is to develop himself and his businesses. 11 agency, which is a construction business. They build out luxury apartments with fancy fixtures and stuff. And Niche Concept, which is the clothing site. Okay. So someone asked him, oh, actually, he posts a sample of the questions that he receives. And someone asked him, are you happy that you're going to be a dad? Do you have a son? I hope you and Tiger Lily get a spin-off show so we can see more of your beautiful story. No. That's all I have to say to that. When did you have your baby? And then he says to this one, eat your words. I'm telling you, she is on birth control and has no intention of getting pregnant. I know this because he is too concerned about her appearance and what people think it's all about what she looks like. I'm sorry that she's lying to you. She is on birth control. She is never going to get pregnant with your child, as much as I can guarantee. Well, whoever said this, Adnan is right. You should eat your words because you were totally wrong. Because Tiger Lily did give birth to a baby boy. Okay. Adnan posted this picture maybe about a month and a half ago for an hour before production called him and said, you need to take the fucking picture down now because it suddenly vanished. Okay. And in the past week or so, on their clothing website, there's a baby modeling a onesie. Okay. I believe, I'm about 99% sure that that baby is Adnan and Tigerlily's baby. Okay. And as you can see, that baby looks to be maybe about 6 months or so. Okay. That looks like about a 6 month old baby. And yeah. So, and I believe that this is their baby and not just like a model baby because, first of all, they're not showing the baby's face. And secondly, Tiger Lily has used her other children as models on her clothing website. So why not her newborn baby with Adnan? So a Tiger Lily's question and answer sesh. I just going to share the ones that or interesting because she goes on and on and on in her stories, and I'm like, girl, please, we don't care. So someone asked her, were you really unaware of Muslim traditions and how life had changed for you? And she said, believe it or not, yes, never knew any practicing Muslims before. I now know that there is a spectrum. The few that I've met in my life wore whatever they want and acted like regular Americans. Okay, I guess that's fair. So someone else said, please, I'm 35 and concerned. How long did you try before you got pregnant? And she says, I was very worried about fertility, especially us being in separate countries and the ovulation window being so small. Luckily, it happened on the first try. I guess Adnan has really strong swimmers. Okay. Wait, you would have had the baby already if the test was 2 weeks after Thanksgiving. Yeah, I suck in math and even I realized this. So now this is actually her answering a question that I had on my mind since watching Sunday's episode. Why the fuck is your room so messy, girl? You're supposed to live in this mansion. You're supposed to have tons of money. And while you're waiting the 3 minutes for the pregnancy test to be ready, you're sitting on an air mattress, okay, in this room that has like shit everywhere, tons of stuffed animals on the air mattress. Like, this doesn't look like someone to me who lives in a mansion that has tons of money. Okay, but she says, what was shown on the episode last night was just one room in my penthouse. Did you notice all the U-Haul boxes? No, sorry, I was distracted by all the stuffed animals on the air mattress. I was moving, so it looked like a tornado came through. Okay, I'll take your word for it, girl. I'll take your word for it. So now moving on, we have Joey and Magna, however you want to pronounce it. Okay. First of all, she says black is her favorite color. She loves anything chocolate, candy. So Christmas candies are great for her. We have Vanja and Josko, which, in my opinion, okay, I believe because we only have 2 more episodes left of B90, thank goodness. And then we're going to have to tell all, but 2 more episodes, and they're going to leave on great terms. Okay. Vancha's going to cry her eyes out. They're going to leave in great terms. She's going to get on the plane. And then at the tell all, we're going to find out that things just couldn't work. Okay. Between him being a single father, long distance, things just didn't work. You know, they're still friendly, blah, blah, blah. That's my opinion. Okay. I could be wrong, but we shall see. So Vasco posts a picture of his adorable son. Um, Vanya has been to several countries. She has been to South Africa. So her least favorite travel experience was in China. Everything was so polluted there. She had a hard time finding food that she could eat. Her most favorite travel experience is Bali. So there you go. So now Michael celebrates 1 year. And I am so happy for him, guys. I actually text him Merry Christmas. He is doing fantastic, being away from you know who. Okay. Um, he posted a couple of days ago, exactly 1 year ago, I arrived in the States, and what a journey it has been. From the highs to the lows, every moment has shaped me, and I'm beyond grateful for the support I've received along the way. This is just the beginning, and I know the best is yet to come. Cheers to 1 year of growth, resilience, and new beginnings. And then today he posted, Merry Christmas, everyone. Wishing you all peace, happiness, and a bright new year ahead. Stay safe, stay blessed, and enjoy the special day. Merry Christmas. Hashtag Team Michael. Hashtag stay positive. Like I said, I'm so happy for him. From what I know, he is still living in Texas. Um, he's doing, he's doing his thing. He's on TikTok. He's earning money on TikTok, from what I understand. And the divorce, there's been no progress. Okay, I checked the Georgia court system online a couple of weeks ago. Right now, it's kind of like stagnant. Both sides are like in discovery mode, basically. I guess after the holidays, things will pick up, and I will let you guys know once I know more about this whole annulment and divorce situation, and once it's final. Once it is official, you guys will be the first to know. Trust me. So now moving on, congratulations to Shida and Bilal. After what seemed like to me the longest pregnancy ever, she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy on December 14th, and his name is Ion. Ion on December 14th, 2024 at 10:40 p.m. And like I said, congratulations to Shida. You made it through what seemed like the longest pregnancy ever. Oh my goodness. It looked like she was pregnant all year. So, congratulations to Cynthia as well. She is in her new house. She finally was able to sell her old house, and now she got a new house, and she is very happy, and I would like to congratulate her from the bottom of my heart. Cynthia and I text each other for Christmas. She is doing well, just busy moving into her house, getting things settled. So I'm so happy for her. Love her to death. And congratulations, Cynthia. Now we have, oh, sorry guys. Now we have David and Nanny providing us with updates from Thailand. Okay, they went back to Thailand to visit her family, and Annie is looking absolutely glowing with her pregnancy. You guys remember her cousins Amber and Jordan? Well, Amber has her own snack shop now in Thailand. And Jordan is still in school. And she's also a tour guide, apparently. So glad to see that they're doing well, even though they weren't able to come over. Remember when David was trying to get their visa sponsored? I guess that fell through, and it's really sad that David wasn't able to do that for them, but it's good to see them thriving. So now we have Sean and Joanne and Bella. Okay, first of all, Joanne says that they are not going to have children. Okay, they have a cat, and that's enough. No more children. Bella is with them for Christmas, and yes, they are spending Christmas together. Okay, so now Sean posted this selfie of himself for cameos. Okay, and he's like, oh, click here for a cameo. Bella took it upon herself to make fun of her dad. Okay, this shit is fucking hysterical. So this is Bella making fun of her dad taking a selfie.
Bella just seen my recent post. What did you just say? You love how what?
I love my kids because more man would be like,
Is that how I take my pictures? Is that how I take my pictures?
he's like,
I hope that's not how I do. Shit, I got. You funny, bro.
the lads, he's like,
Pretty accurate, Bella, and you are funny as fuck. That shit was hysterical. So yeah, that's Bella making fun of her dad. Ooh. Now Danielle and Johan, they confuse the fuck out of me. They really, really fucking do. Okay, so Danielle is in the Dominican Republic. Johan apparently had surgery. Okay, she hasn't said what type of surgery, but she went down there to be with him and to help him recover. Um, she's she did a question and answer session, as you can see here. And someone asked if Johan still has the meat store. And she said no, that he is. And please do not make fun of me for my horrible Spanish. Prestamista, which I Googled that because I didn't know what the fuck it was. So it's either that he is a loan shark or he has a pawn shop. I hope it's the latter, that he has a pawn shop, because being a loan shark, I don't know if I necessarily like that. So, now Danielle and Johan flirt with each other left and right. I mean, and then she posted to her stories like this whole long thing about how Johan left her 3 days before Christmas because he didn't want to pay rent. He's narcissistic. He's this, he's that. But then she's by his side. I don't know. It's just also confusing to me. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, moving on. They posted today for Christmas. I mean, they look like a happy couple. Last month, Johan had a girlfriend living with him at his mother's house. I just don't fucking get it. So before I close up this edition of 90 Day Oy Vey, because I do have to put my leftover lasagna in the oven for my guys before they kill me. That's what we're having for Christmas Day dinner. My leftover lasagna. We had shrimp Parmesan heroes for lunch with my leftover shrimp parm. Not cooking today. Okay, guys? I made like a 5-course Italian meal yesterday. Not cooking. It's leftovers. So, Pedro wishes everybody a Merry Christmas. Chantel, please stop it with the Botox and the filters. Okay? Don't recognize you anymore. Happy anniversary to Karen and Thomas. We have Clayton and Natalie wishing everybody a Merry Christmas. I'm hoping to catch up with Clayton sometime in January. We've been trying to set a date to do a interview. He's been busy with moving, new job, a lot of stuff going on. So hopefully we can catch up in January. Tiffany decided to use some AI to produce Christmas pictures. One of her hugging a polar bear. Okay. We have Kobe's son, Coben, Sam's daughter, who is absolutely adorable. I want to squeeze those cheeks. And we have Mila, as in Yara and Jovi's daughter, Mila. She was dancing the Nutcracker. She loves ballet, apparently. We have Andre and Elizabeth's kids enjoying snow in Florida. Seeing this, I was like, oh, how fucking cute is this? So check this out. Enjoying snow in Florida. So I have to mute the sound, you guys, because she's playing music in the background and I'll get a strike. Her son is adorable. In my opinion, her son looks just like her. So there you go. Elizabeth and Andre's kids get to experience snow in Florida, which I think is adorable. Kelly celebrating Christmas with his boys. Then we have Jesse with Marion and their son. Stephen and Alina, they're in China, and they got to make authentic Chinese dumplings with another couple. And I found this so interesting. Even though I think Stephen is annoying as fuck, Alina could do much better. I found this particular video interesting.
Oh, прикольно.
Саша, try. 我把你给他解释一下，怎么步骤？
够了，
差不多了。给这样，
嗯哼，
你放一点。
我就
还不好，
啊，可以，对，可以，
可以。
嗯，
哇，很好
More talent than me。
我
可以了，
这个可以了。
再来一点，
more。
你求，
对，这样，这个，对。
On my way to Wakefield right now. Here we go. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Can you guys hear me now? There we go. I just realized my mic was muted. Can you guys hear me now? Let me know. Okay, perfect. So, Corey is going back home to Ecuador. Okay. Isabel is wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, a bunch of Christmas greetings, everyone. And do you guys remember Nicole from the family Chantal and Pedro and that whole mess? Nicole's man, Alejandro, who hooked up Scott with Lydia. Well, that's Alejandro. And I wonder why he looks so mad in his Christmas greeting. Okay. Sorry about that. I don't know why my mic muted in the middle of this, but at least I've realized it, or you guys told me, I should say. So thank you so much for telling me, so I wasn't sitting here talking to myself. Basically, we just go back a little bit after the video. We have Tim, who is my new competition now. Tim has a YouTube channel. Veronica and her family are all celebrating Christmas together. And Chloe, every time it seems like every time I look, Chloe is like growing more and more into like this beautiful woman. And I remember her being basically a child. And I don't know where the hell like all the years went, but Chloe is beautiful. She looks just like her mom, in my opinion. We have Dempsey with her family. We have Mama Debbie with her man going back home. And Miona is making sure her man holds all the clothes. So that's basically it. And then we have Corey. Thankfully, you guys were able to hear the video. Isabel, Alejandro looking really angry. Please check out my recap for The Last Resort, for the Take Me to Vegas episode. Okay. Classic. That is like top 5 Natalie meltdowns. Take Me to Vegas. And So if you haven't checked out that recap, please do. And I just want to say, sometimes you just have to be like Natalie and just not give a shit. Okay? Merry Christmas. Thank you, you guys. Sorry about the technical difficulty in the middle of my video, but hey, shit happens. Love you all. See you next time. Bye, everybody.